Welcome to my game development laboratory. So a lot has changed since the last time I uploaded a video. In the last month or so I worked on Combat Run a little bit, I fixed some stuff and changed most of the art. Here is a quick history of the overall art of the game. I sometimes wonder if I should make the very first art optional, since I like the look of arcade games. I also increased the contrast for the current art and made some better backgrounds instead of those blunt colors. I then tried starting a few new games, hopefully making episodes out of them. The first one was a platformer in some ruins, and the player is a cat jumping around. However, midway through making it I realized that I couldn't finish it because it has a map. My extension doesn't really support map making yet. Making a map through code would take forever. No problem, I thought. I will make the map somewhere else and import it as an image. But I forgot one thing again. I can't possibly add any collision because it would take forever as well. So I paused the work on the game and went to implement a debugger for my extension that can edit data in real time, so I can make a map that can be saved and loaded. Well, surprise surprise, I didn't finish it. Yes, you can browse all the values in the game and edit most of them, but you cannot save or load anything yet, or at least not directly. I also implemented other small features in the meantime, like customizable loading screen, a system for taking screenshots, sprite tiling. I also updated the input system, fixed a lot of bugs. I also added Alt plus F4 control, a PC sleep prevention, a horrible version of raycasting and so on. So those took a little while to implement and I burnt out a little bit. So I took a little bit of break and I was scrolling one day through itch.io when I saw this. Around 300 packs of game assets for the price of one. So as any sane human being would do, I bought it and then I spent a day downloading it and sorting it. One pack caught my eye though while doing so. An idea of a pirate game quickly sparked into my mind. It seemed so fresh, so I quickly launched Construct to build a prototype. That's how I started the second game. And that's also when my PC got tired of me jumping from project to project and decided to help me once and for all. And my reinstallation didn't really fix the problem, and after that I still couldn't access my files. Which includes both games I started, a lot of music and sounds I initially downloaded for Combat Run but transferred to the pirate game instead, the music and templates for my videos and a lot of other things. So for the time being I'll be on my laptop. That might explain the sudden change in the overall format of the videos. So how am I gonna access my projects for now? Well, both of my projects are chilling right up here on GitHub, so that's not a problem. We can continue working on Combat Run. Let's do just that and jump right into making the AI. Firstly, we should plan how it goes. To make a logical move, the AI should decide when and where to place a soldier. It has no goat to take into account, so we can take advantage of that and make it as interesting as possible for the player. Its move will always be a reaction to the player, since the player isn't ready to play instantly at the start of the game, especially if playing for the first time. The player will spend some time reading and navigating around until recruiting a soldier. In other words, the AI waits for the player to make a move. When the player recruits a soldier, some danger value should grow on that particular column. As the soldier progresses through the field, the value should keep growing. Bigger values causes the AI to take more actions into that column. There should be two types of actions, random and logical. Random action means recruiting a soldier at a random column. That might happen to block the danger, but we'll most likely ignore it. Logical actions should take into account the danger of all columns and spawn a soldier on the most, logical place. Those dangers being a lot of player soldiers on a column and both gates being lone held, for example. So when should all of this happen? Well, it seems natural to happen on reaction and on decision. So basically, the AI has a chance of spawning a soldier as a reaction of the player spawning one. And it also has a chance of spawning a soldier each 5 seconds as a decision. So that's about everything we need planned out. I went ahead and implemented that just now, and it seems to work. With the occasional bugs here and there, of course, that I will probably chase and hopefully fix in the future. Here is some gameplay with what we just planned in action. I also made a few difficulties: easy, medium and hard. The current difficulty is visible next to the AI score. On easy, the player starts with 150 gold. The AI will play experimentally and ignore dangers a lot. It will recruit soldiers less frequently, and it cannot access the pirate class and the elite class. So in short, it is pretty handicapped and easy to beat, as expected from the easy difficulty. On hard, the player starts with 50 gold. The AI will counter dangers almost every time. It will recruit soldiers 3 times more than on the easy difficulty, and it will also have access to all the soldiers. Here is where the AI not using gold will show most clearly. Basically, it floods the field with soldiers on steroids, and since the player starts with almost no gold, the AI wins pretty easily. A lot of luck is needed to beat that difficulty. I might balance it later because I managed to kill only 2 of its soldiers from all my tries, and it seems pretty impossible to win. And on the medium difficulty, we cheat a little bit and make it choose between easy and hard each time an action is required. Long story short, medium is both easy and hard at the same time. Before my PC gave up on life, I downloaded a lot of sounds and music for the game that just didn't quite fit into the art style, so I was gonna use it for the pirate game instead. I also downloaded and edited some background art for the pages, which was a bit too detailed for the rest of the art, so I got rid of it as well. I've now started generating some sounds and music that better fit into the theme of the game. I'm using BFXR and this. So if that sounds fun and interesting to you, make sure you stick around for the next episode, where we will be implementing some music and sounds for the game.